Alright, first off, Bill O'Reilly might just be done for. Yeah, it might be. So, you never know. Basically, what's going on recently with Happy Jack here is that there have been multiple. Has recently come out that there have actually been multiple allegations of sexual harassment against Bill O'Reilly. In fact, a number of them have been settled. It came out that a number of them were settled by Fox News out of court for something like $13 million worth of settlements over the years. And here we go. Trying to find the article. Stand by. Okay. So, essentially what's going on is that there have been crap. I think I may have closed the article. But anyway, I'll just wing it here. Okay. So, what's going on is that a few days ago, Bill O'Reilly actually closed out his show early, which that was the weird thing because it seems kind of a strange thing. Strange thing where they're just like, okay, pull, like mid fucking show, like it's not really mid show. It's sort of one of those things that you know how like in news shows, things like that, they'll do something like you have kind of like your final commercial break for a show. And then they come back and like, oh, we'll have the final wrap up. And it's sort of like the final wrap up thing, where they say a couple things, yada yada, so on and so forth. Good night, see you next time, and roll the credits, that kind of thing. Well, when they came back from commercial for that, there's actually a different host. Bill O'Reilly was gone from the show for that final little wrap-up segment, and they had someone else do it. And then for his next show, he came out and said, okay, here's basically what he had on his next show. Right-wing television personality announced what he called, excuse me, let me move, this is a complete trash can fire of a show. Anyway, alright, the right-wing television personality announced what he called a long-planned break during his show on Thursday, saying that he would return on April 24th, amid reports that he might not come back. Around this time of year, I grabbed some vacation, because it's spring and Easter time, the 67-year-old host said. Last fall, I booked a trip that should be terrific. Now, his announcement, this is from an article in Raw Story. His announcement follows a report in the New York Times last month saying that the Fox cable news giant and O'Reilly have paid 5 women a total of $13 million in cases spanning 15 years in exchange for their silence and agreement not to pursue litigation against Fox News, a favorite among conservatives. Now, basically what's going on is that there are these allegations and all that came out. In addition to that, advertisers have been fleeing the O'Reilly factor. Was it O'Reilly factor? Yeah. Have been fleeing his show in droves in recent months. I think he's been in decline for a while, but yeah, now it's like they've really been kicking into high gear for a number of reasons. One, again, there's the past allegations. There have been actually a couple of newer ones come out. Additionally, one that's particularly disturbing is here's another one from Raw Story. Fox employee says Bill O'Reilly appeared to be masturbating when talking on the phone to her. All right, so not only is this dude like a friggin' like harasser, but he's like a fucking freak. Like freak. Like, dude, you nasty. That's like, why are you doing? Why would you do something like that? That's just weird. I don't know. It's just kind of one of those things. I feel like, your traditional sort of like office, sort of like workplace sexual harassment is. I mean, it's repulsive. It's disgusting, and no one, and you obviously shouldn't be doing it, and it's wrong. But it's sort of like that's sort of like traditional wrong. I guess I could say it's like hard to explain, but it's like that. It's like that's more traditional wrong. Whereas like someone like, say, Bill O'Reilly, calling you up on the phone and talking to you, and in the background you hear, that's just freaky. All right, that's disturbing. That's like deviant. Not only is it sexual harassment and disgusting, but it's also like some friggin' deviant shit that's just like, dude, you're weird. You're fucking weird. But anyway, also too, I think that's interesting. Kind of interesting when you think of all the shit going on with the advertising and YouTube and stuff like that, where it takes this, like for this schmuck, this like cranky, conservative, wrinkly old sumbitch, for him to finally start massively losing revenue and potentially be without a show. It's like, for YouTube it was like a couple of ads slipping through their algorithm. For Bill O'Reilly, it was the mental image of a 67-year-old man jacking it on the phone that finally is like, okay, that's enough. It's too much, Bill. It's too much. You nasty, Bill. You nasty. We gotta pull our advertising. So it's just like it's just surprising to me. It's just kind of a interesting kind of twist for me. That like that's in comparison, like that's how much it takes. The entire nation being inflicted with that mental image. What a son of a bitch. Oh boy. Although I gotta admit, I personally would have no problem just not having Bill O'Reilly in the public sphere anymore. He's just an asshole. And that's the thing too. It's like sexual assault or harassment charge allegations aside, the dude is a dick. He just has like a long history of just being a fucking asshole. Like bringing people on a show like with differing opinions, and then when they try to actually respond, he like be all like like all freaking bullish on them and bully them and like cut their mic and keep them from talking so he can yell at them. I mean, what an ass. Anyway, that's about it for that subject. Oh, friggin' Bill O'Reilly dilling his pickle on the phone with someone. I mean, that's just. Oh. That's just disgusting.